Kayak fishing can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. Those of us that compete in tournaments tend to lean towards the complicated side. There is no wrong way. If it works for you, it's the right way. In this video, I want to cover some ideas and tips on how and why you could rig your kayak. The main goal of this video is to give you some ideas on how you can improve your experience on the water and help you get your kayak ready for tournament fishing, especially if you're just starting out. I am going to show you my kayak as an example, and I'm going to talk about how and why I choose to do things the way I do. After a few years of fishing out of different kayaks, I noticed I started to simplify my rigging, but of course a few things have stuck with me. First, you should figure out where your fishing rods and tackle is going to be. Like most people, I keep my tackle and gear behind me. This way everything is out of the way, but still easily accessible. My tackle box of choice is a Kayak Black Pack. I've had this thing for 4 years now, and it has served me well. There are many options out there as far as tackle boxes. You can even use a milk crate and add a few rod holders to it. I use this box for my hard baits, leader line, some soft plastics, and tools. This box is easily customizable, and it's pretty easy to add additional rod holders to it. I keep this box secure to the kayak with D-rings, straps, and Kayak eyelets that attach to the accessory tracks. I've also added a little plastic accessory track to it, and that's where I attach my visibility flag with the light. There are many options for visibility flags out there made by Rayblaza, Scotty, and other. The main reason I keep this flag attached to my backpack is to keep it as high as possible. I actually broke one of the sections on accident. It was a foot higher before. Another reason to keep it closer to you is to have easy access to it in case you want to turn off the light after the sun comes up, or to be able to quickly take the flag down when going under bridges. My kayak has a lot of room in the tank wall, so I have the luxury to bring a lot of gear. Again, keep it as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. I can bring a few of these KVD worm bags to keep my soft plastics in. They are not waterproof, but they work great for my soft plastics. I can fit a lot of packs of baits in one of these. I also have room here for my lunch cooler and some space way at the back of the kayak for extra shoes or anything else I want to bring. To wrap this portion up, simply figure out how much gear you want to bring, pick the best tackle storage option for you, customize it if you need to, secure it to the kayak, and you should be good to go. Transportation can be a big part of rigging your kayak, and for that matter, better fishing tournament experience. Installing landing gear to my kayak has simplified and improved my fishing experience. This accessory is not necessary as there are many carts available which do not require modification to the hull, but it's a great option for heavier rigs. Being able to quickly roll your kayak in or out of the water is a big part of tournament fishing and being efficient on the water. Installing one of these will most likely require you to drill holes into your kayak. If you are worried about voiding your kayak's hull warranty, just stick to carts, which work almost as good. If you are considering on installing a fish finder, figure out the side you want it to be on first. I'm right-handed and I reel with my left hand. It feels natural for me to have the fish finder on my left side, so I don't have to put my fishing rod down. Whenever I'm fishing, I want to have a quick access to change my settings on my fish finder or to drop waypoints. This is also why the ram mount I chose for this is longer. I like to keep my fish finder close to me, or when I stand up I can quickly tilt it up. Your fish finder battery should be stored in a safe and dry place. You can make a special dry box for it, or simply keep it inside the hull of your kayak, which is what I do. I highly recommend you get your wiring right and simple right away when you are working on your kayak. I have these water resistant connectors that have a screw lock on them. They work really well for marine electronics. A few other things you want to consider on rigging and storing intentionally are your net and your measuring board. Your net should be quickly and easily accessible. Some popular places for them are right in front of you or close behind you. If you want the net right behind you, you could use your tackle box's rod holder or included flush-mounted rod holders of your kayak if you have any. If you want to keep it in front of you, use a paddle clip like this to hold it in place. The main goal of this is to figure out where it will be the most accessible and still out of the way. cool trick I started doing is, after I catch a fish, I keep half of my net in the water, letting the fish relax for a moment before I get ready to take a photo of it. You can make this work many different ways. The goal here is to secure a net on the gunnel of the kayak to make sure it doesn't rotate. You can add PVC pipe underneath the seat frame of your kayak, or if your net handle is long enough, you can figure out a way to secure it on the other side. Your measuring board should be easily accessible and secure. Every kayak has different options on where you can attach it to, so this one will highly depend on your rig. My kayak has space in front of me to keep my measuring board secured. If yours doesn't, figure out a way to keep it beside your seat, underneath the seat, in the tank well, or maybe even attached to the tackle box. These few main things should give you a great starting point when rigging your kayak for tournament fishing. Of course, if you need any extra rod holders or smaller accessories, you can install them as needed. Some things, like your phone or identifier, can be simply kept in your life jacket or attached to your board or a kayak. In the end, the best way to figure out how you can rig your kayak is to simply go fishing. It might take a few trips to get things dialed, but the more you are on the water, the more you will know where you like your things to be and what accessories you are missing. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you found it useful.